Joe's Geek Show. We're going to be talking about Nocterra, issue number 2. What's going on, and welcome to Joe's Geek Show, the video series where we talk comics. And if you're new and like to support the channel, you can do so by clicking that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and sharing. And with that, we've got the second issue of Scott Snyder's new book, Nocterra. And this book is written by Scott Snyder with art by Tony S. Daniel, colors by Tumblr, and letters by World Design. And this issue begins with a narration by Val during a flashback to their parents who are in a religious congregation that would sing and pray, while Em asks Val if this could be heaven and they're just in the lobby. Val can only say maybe, and it cuts back to the present with the two on the road and under attacked by two shades, which Val puts down with the truck's lights. After traveling 245 miles, they decide to make a stop to recharge as we see a place completely covered in various lights, which is one of many called ports, which is a quick stop for ferrymen. While Val heads to try and secure dinner, the old man she's driving tells her who he is and about how he and his brother created a machine and discovered multiple dimensions in an attempt to reach a plane of pure light called Nocterra, but instead found the opposite. He surmises he's on a mission to end the darkness, but Val doesn't believe him, only making sure that he'd better have her money upon reaching their destination. Sometime later, Val notices the dark spots on Em's hand, concluding he's changing at a much more rapid rate when she gets a call on her radio and is told that they're being pursued by a man named Blacktop Bill and the truth about her passengers. Val questions the old man, but have to move quick as they hear the alarm and resume driving. Through Val's helmet, Blacktop Bill establishes a connection. He promises to have her brother cured if she hands over her passengers. In a last-ditch effort, the old man admits he lied and there's no bringing back the light, but the place he mentioned does exist. So in a quick decision, Val unloads some explosives and charges through Blacktop Bill and his posse, ending the issue. And like the previous issue, I enjoyed it, because of course we get to spend more time with the characters and understand their thought process a little better. For example, Val's kind of growing on me as a character. I like how she's narrating the story, and in each issue is finding a way to tie her narration into things that seem to be happening within the book. For example, in this one, we've got some thematic religious undertones going on with Val at the very beginning talking to her brother Em before their parents died, and how Em was asking that is it possible that they might already be in heaven and this is just the lobby, with Val just kind of saying maybe, combined with the old man bringing up how he and his brother were trying to find this plane of pure light called Nocterra and ended up finding, well, the dark version. Essentially looking for heaven, but found hell. Also must suck knowing that you are one of two people that ended the world. But I like how Val seemed to have been struggling with that topic herself of, is it possible this could be the lobby to heaven, when she gets the truth and is like, okay, no, that actually makes a lot more sense. And from there, pretty much says that's the most truthful thing she's heard since the whole Nocterra world bit began, and decides, okay, well, this guy in the back may have ended the world, but he's still on my truck, so, let's get him to his destination. Because I will say, where she drops the charges on Blacktop Bill and his posse, that's kind of badass. Also, who thinks Blacktop Bill is probably the old man's brother? Also like how the world building continues to expand in positive ways with the introductions of these things called ports. Kind of like these little truck stops, but you really don't have much time to rest as, you're still in a very dangerous world, but you can kind of stop and recharge, relax just a little bit because, there's lights strewn all about. And I'm kind of interested to see what some of these other ports might look like, if they're all going to be exactly the same, or if they're going to be each unique in their own ways. And since the ferrymen seem to be, a somewhat connected group where they kind of watch out for each other and whatnot, I'm also looking forward to seeing what other ferrymen bring to the table in terms of trying to help one another. As far as the art goes, I feel like Tony S. Daniel continues to have this, really nice cinematic quality to his pictures with these nice wide angles, giving us a good look at the world. But then also getting up close when it seems appropriate too, such as getting a look at some of these creatures. To which I want to say, I really like the look of the creatures, because there's definitely this disturbing element to them as they used to be people or animals that were corrupted by the darkness, twisted and contorted into these horrible monstrosities that look at you as an invader in their territory and would love to see nothing more then you torn in half with your intestines strewn about, while they feast on your remains, essentially while you're still conscious, so that they may see the lights go out. This, of course, is complemented by Tumblr's colors, which has a very nice, color palette and vibrancy to the whole thing, especially when we get to places like the port, which is just, an array of all these different colors and kind of creates this nice, calm atmosphere. Almost like the save room in a Resident Evil game where you just kind of know you're safe. Somewhat. And overall, there just seems to be a healthy mix of colors that are used rather effectively. In the end, I got a better understanding of the characters as well as the world. I like the art, I like the colors, and I actually did enjoy myself a little bit more than the first issue. So with that, I'm going to give Nocterra issue number 2 an 8.5 out of 10. So Nocterra issue number 2, what did you think about this book? If you've read it, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. And if you like this video, I'd love it if you'd smash that like button, share it with some friends, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and ring that notification bell for more comic book content. And if you're wondering what to watch next, consider one of these 2 videos. Alright, take care, have a great day, and as always, stay geeky.